Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Mike Usilton. I am a leader within iMarkets Live, and today I want to bring you a training on something that is absolutely crucial to your business, and that is the PS3 system. Now, what is the PS3 system? The PS3 system is a system designed for, the newest person to really have success building a team and hitting the first few ranks within our company. And this training is designed to be watched right after you watch the Fast Start training and get done with your Fast Start list of 20. Again, if you have not yet finished that Fast Start training and that Fast Start list of 20 people, stop this video, hurry up, get that finished so we can go ahead and move on to the next step. Okay, so you have your list all made, you watched your Fast Start training, you know you need to take massive action, but how are you going to do it? What are you going to say to your prospects? What are they gonna say back to you? What if you're not really good at sales? What if you don't really want to sell to your friends and you don't know anything yet? You haven't made any money yet. You probably have all these worries and even more than that. And don't worry, that's normal. We all felt this way in the beginning, and we were all new once, so we understand. The leaders understand. The other people on the team understand. And we're all here to help you, and that's why we created this system, so you don't have to worry about anything, and we can take as much of that burden in the beginning off your shoulders as possible. But before we break down how the PS3 system works, let's talk about why it's really so important and so essential to your business. So why is this system so important? Well, because of all those things that we just talked about before. You're new, you don't understand everything just yet, you don't have the results that people want to see, you don't know what to say just yet, and the last thing you want to do is, say something stupid or not be able to, answer a question and sacrifice a prospect, because any one person can come into your business and drastically change your situation and give you momentum and take you to the next level. So, the good news is that there are a lot of really successful and knowledgeable people on the team that are here to help you, and the PS3 system allows you to leverage someone else that does know what to say and does have the results people want to see to really build your business. It gets you out of the way completely, it allows the prospect to meet an expert, and it takes all the hard work off you. And it'll improve your close ratio, it'll allow you to produce from day one, and allow you to start making money fast and build a team fast, so you can, make a few fast start commissions in your first couple days, maybe get your free product subscription, maybe hit Platinum 150 and get a $150 residual straight from the beginning, be well on your way to Platinum 600, the pinnacle everybody wants to hit when they come into this business. So, really take this training seriously, because these are two of the most essential skills to really being successful in our industry. And, take notes, and let's get right into it. What is the PS3 system? PS3 stands for Peak, Share, Three-Way Call, and it is a three-step process for you to effectively work through that Fast Start list that you just made, along with the entire master list when you finish working on that over the next few days. And in this process, you're going to learn some of the most essential skills to really building a network marketing business. Once you master this, you're going to be able to go out and build a team effectively, and you'll be able to teach this to your newest person, because duplication is everything in this business. In the beginning, it's really about one person doing a lot. You got to really work and compress time to get your business off the ground. But in the long run, once you build a team, it's about a lot of people doing a little bit. That's how you multiply your business. That's how you turn 2 into 4, into 8, into 16, into 32, into 64, and so on and so forth. And that's the key to really building a big, sustainable business, is to be able to have a system that can work for everybody. And the great thing about what you're going to learn is it's easily duplicatable, and it's really easy to learn. There's skills that are proven to work and used to build every successful company in this industry, and you learning these skills are essential to how fast your business is going to gain momentum in the beginning, and your personal ability to enroll people in this business. So take notes. Again, take this very seriously. Use this system once you learn it, and teach this to your newest person. So the first step is piquing someone's interest in our services. You don't need any crazy techniques or one-liners. In fact, I've found it the simpler you keep it, the better. And with working with your hot and warm market, those being obviously your fast start list and your master list, you're going to want to pique interest with your invite. The invite in this industry is the most important thing that you can learn. You can actually build a huge business and make good money just on the invite. There's always going to be an upline like myself or John or Julian who can explain the opportunity, but the trick is getting people to see the information and getting prospects in front of those people that can explain the business. You know, the invite is the lifeblood of your business. If they aren't excited from the invite, they aren't going to be excited to enroll. They aren't going to be excited to enroll other customers, and they aren't going to be excited to build a business. However, you know, if they're excited from the invite, it stays with them, which is why a lot of us are still in the industry today and doing well. Now, here are some basic universal tips to when you're inviting that you may or may not have heard before. Tip number one, you should call, not text. It's a lot easier to insist that you're in a rush and get around answering questions on a phone call, because phone call's kind of right here, right now, and time sensitive, where a text is not. You can text if you're just absolutely terrified of the thought of talking on the phone, which is something that you should get over and will help you work on getting over. And you can still follow these steps, but you'll find you're more successful with prospects if you call them. You can't convey emotion over a text. Like, think about it. If you just found a bunch of gold in your backyard, you probably wouldn't text somebody to tell them. Or if you did text and they didn't respond in 40 seconds, you'd be calling them. So that brings me to number two, be in a rush. This is another way that you are going to get around answering people's questions. You're going to come back to this if they keep trying to ask you questions. You're going to insist that you're in a rush. And people are attracted to busy people. So this is a way to actually make yourself more attractive to the prospect. Number three, clear their schedule. And this is straight up so they can't try to BS you or dodge you. You know, if you call them and the first thing you say is, hey, what are you doing right now? Are you busy? And they say, no, I'm not busy at all. I'm not doing anything. And then you say, all right, well, if I send you a link, will you check it out now? They can't say, oh, well, I actually can't check it out. I'm busy. Like, they just told you they're not busy. You say, what? You just told me you're not busy, man. So they can't tell you that they're unable to look at your video or your link or your call. Step 4, add value. Tell them a little bit in a very specific way that I'm going to go over in a minute. And then just hit them with the good old if I, would you to get the commitment. And 5 is book the appointment for your meeting, your call, or for them to take a look at your link. And right now is where if they start to act shaky or wishy-washy, you're going to take the opportunity away from your prospect. And we'll talk about exactly how to do that in a minute as well. And number 6 is book the appointment for the follow-up for after they look at your meeting or call or link. And we'll go over exactly how to do that as well. And after that is as simple as following up until the prospect has made a decision. Hopefully the exposure and the system that we have is enough to make the prospect make a decision, because that's all that we're looking for. And next we'll just go over a few examples of different invites. Like I said before, you want to keep it as simple as possible. The simpler you keep it right now, the better, because the more information you give people, the more they're going to feel like they can judge the opportunity, or the more confused they're going to get because it's a new concept to most people. It's something most people aren't used to, and then they're going to be intimidated. So you want to keep it as simple as possible, and I'll show you exactly how to do that in a minute. But the second most important thing is you got to get people excited. Like we were talking about before, that excitement is really important. It stays with them. So how are you going to get people excited? Well, the first step, of course, is you got to get excited. You know, what you say is nowhere near as important as how you feel about what you say, and your energy and posture right here are by far the most important thing. So before you even go into any of your invites or anything, get pumped up, get excited, get ready. And the more excited you get, I promise you, the better results that you will get. That excitement will transfer into your prospects. So let's go into the actual mechanics of this invite. What are you going to say when you call people? Well, like I said before, the first two things that you're going to do are clear their schedule and let them know that you're in a rush. So let's say I was calling up my friend Austin. The phone rings. Ring, ring. Austin answers. I say, hey, Austin, what are you doing right now? Austin says, well, nothing. I'm not doing anything right now. I say, oh, awesome. See right there, his schedule is cleared. All right? And the very next thing I'm going to say is, hey, I'm in a rush right now, but it was super important that I called you anyway. So I've cleared his schedule. I've established that I'm in a rush, and I told him that it was super important, so I can let him know that how excited I am. So I say, hey, it was super important that I call you anyway because I'm working on this new project and it's really cool and really profitable and I'm so fired up and I know you'd be into it. I mean, that gets the excitement across. You know, he's going to obviously be interested and wonder what it is. So he's going to ask you, what is it? And then this right here is gold. This is what you're going to come to. This is going to be your pitch through everything. You're going to pitch 99% of your people this way. And it's really important that you can answer the question, what do you do? Or else, I mean, you either look like like an idiot who doesn't know what he does, or, I mean, you just look like a weirdo, like you're trying to make your answer super attractive, or you're trying too hard. So you got to know how to answer this question. What is it? What do you do? And the perfect answer is with a question, because the person who asks the most questions controls the conversation. It's important that you control this conversation at all times. So he says, what is it? I say, have you ever heard of Forex? Turns the conversation on its side now. Have you ever heard of Forex? Burn that into your brain. Have you ever heard of Forex? Every single prospect should hear that phrase. Have you ever heard of Forex? All right, and most people are going to say no. So when they say no, the answer to the question does not matter. But if they say no, you're going to say, well, it's the currency market. Forex stands for foreign exchange, and I'm learning to trade currencies online. It's kind of like stocks, and I do it right from my phone. It's really cool. That's going to get his in. That's going to, especially if it's a younger person that has a smartphone, you know, that's going to catch their interest. They're gonna want more information. He's gonna say, how does it work? And right here's where I'm gonna go back to the beginning where I said I'm in a rush. Say, hey Austin, seriously, I'm walking into a meeting right now that's really important. I just really wanted to call you and let you know about this. But I do have a link with all the information. I'm gonna send it to you right now. If I do send it to you right now, can you watch it? You're gonna watch it right now, right? Remember, if I would you gotta get that commitment that they're gonna watch it right now if you send it to them. Austin says yes, because he already told me earlier he's not doing anything, so he can't say he's busy or he's got to wait or anything. So Austin says, yes, I'll watch it right now. And then this next part is something that a lot of people leave out, but it's very important. It's setting the follow-up appointment after that and getting that commitment. So after you say, hey, I'm walking into a meeting, say, all right, well, after the meeting, that gives you enough time to watch the video, and I'll give you a call as soon as I'm walking out of this meeting, and then we can discuss the video, we can discuss everything, and I can really give you specifics on this. So you're definitely going to watch the video right now, right, when I send it to you? Alright, well, I'm going to call you in about 45 minutes then. That's when I should be out of this meeting. You'll definitely have watched the video by then? Yes. Alright, so be by your phone in 45 minutes. Alright, I'll call you. I'll call you in a minute. Alright, Austin, see ya. I got him saying yes like 3 or 4 times. I booked the appointment to call him right after, because you definitely want to talk to the prospect when they're still fired up and when it's still fresh in their mind. You know, you got to cook with hot water, so you want them to be turned up. You want them to be hot. You want them to still be hot when you're talking to them. But booking that appointment is really important at the end. That's a really important pro tip, is to book that appointment, and that's going to help you in the next step after that. But let's go ahead and get into what you would say if they say they have heard of Forex. They do know what Forex is. Business, if someone says they've never heard of Forex, we go ahead and we say, well, it's the currency market. I'm learning to trade it online. It's kind of like stocks, and I do it right from my phone. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I'm super fired up about it, and I know you'd be into it. Alright, but what if they say yes? Like I said before, it doesn't matter what they say. If someone says yes, you say, have you ever heard of Forex? If they say yes, don't get intimidated. Don't back down. What you're going to say is, oh, well, how long have you been trading for? This is a way to take control back. Remember, the person who asks the most questions controls the conversation. And it's a way to let them know that you're not scared and the conversation is going to keep moving forward. So you say, how long have you been trading for? Most of the time people say, oh, well, I don't trade. I know someone who tried trading, or I made a demo account once, or something like that. And right then you say, oh, you made a demo account once, or you know someone who traded before? Yeah. And be like, you ever thought about getting into it for yourself? Then someone lets you know, oh, well, yeah, I've thought about it. You say, great, then this would be perfect for you. Check it out. If they say, well, I made a demo account once, you'd be like, oh, so you're interested in trading. Great, then this is perfect for you, dude. I bet you'll be into it. Check it out. If they say, oh, I've been trading for such and such this long, you know what you're going to say? You say, great, then this is going to be perfect for you, dude. I know you're going to be into this. You should check it out. No matter what they say, great, you should check it out. It's perfect for you. And it's really that simple. That's how simple it is, no matter what they say, yes or no. Honestly, yes might be a little bit easier, but I mean, it's really that simple. If they say no, have you ever heard of Forex? No. Forex stands for foreign exchange. It's actually the currency market, and I'm learning to trade it online. It's kind of like stocks, and I do it right from my phone. It's super cool. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I've never been this fired up, and I know you'd be into it. Boom. That's such a... Wow. Somebody's going to be really on fire from that invite if you invite them that way, with that posture and that conviction. You say, have you ever heard of Forex? They say, yes. You say, oh, how long have you been trading for? They say, oh, I've been trading for 6 months. Oh, so you're really into trading? You like it a lot? Yeah, I do, actually. Awesome, dude. Then you definitely be into this, man. You need to check it out. I'm going to shoot you the link right now. If I shoot it to you, will you watch it? It's that simple, guys. They say, yes. Yes, I have heard of Forex. How long have you been trading for? Oh, well, I've never traded. My friend traded before, and I don't know if it went that well for him. I don't know if he traded demo or live. I think he might have lost a little bit of money. You say, yeah, that's why it's really important that you really get high-quality education, and structured education is going to teach you what you're doing. And that's what we have here, and that's why you definitely need to check this out, man, because I've never seen so many people profiting in the markets and learning this skill set and actually consistently profiting. So check this link out that I'm going to send you, and then when I get out of this meeting, we'll go ahead and hop on a call, and I'll answer all your questions. If I send you this video right now, you're going to watch it, right? Because I'm going to be out of this meeting in 40 minutes. Yes. All right, I'm sending it right now. So you're going to watch it? Yes. Boom. It's that simple, guys. So the S in PS3 stands for share, and this is simply the act of sharing the link or the tool of your choice, whether that is whatisIML.com, that's an opportunity call, that's an actual meeting or event, and following up and transitioning them into the next step in the process. And this seems pretty simple, but it's very important that you do this correctly. And as far as following up, it's also very important that you're on time, because that shows your professionalism. So when you go ahead and share the link, of course, you just want to do it after you get that commitment. If I send you this link, will you watch it right now? Yes, you're going to watch it right now? Okay, cool, because when I get out of this meeting, I'm going to call you in 45 minutes. You'll definitely have watched it, right? Yes? All right, I'm sending it over to you right now. Then you follow up at the appointed time. What do you say? Well, you're just going to follow up with, hey, man, did you checked out the video? The prospect says yes. You say, what did you like best? Prospect, doesn't matter what the prospect said again. Whatever they say, you're going to say, me too. The prospect says, I like that you can learn to trade. You say, me too. That's what I got involved with, man. I've never seen so many people actually learning the skill set and consistently winning trades. Prospect says, I like the fact that I can learn to trade and build a business. You say, me too. I really was interested in the packet as a whole as well. Prospect says, I like the fact that you have swipe trades, that it doesn't take a lot of my time. You say, me too, man. I'm super busy as well, and the swipe trades are super convenient. Like I said, whatever, you're just going to agree with it, because you should be sold out on this business if you're going to be building it. If the prospect, after that, they're going to probably say, but I need to think about it, or something like that. And right here is very important. They call this feel, felt, found, but right here you just want to identify with the prospect. You want to empathize with the prospect, and then try to keep it moving forward. So they say, but I need to think about it, or I didn't really understand it. You're going to say, I feel you, bro. When I saw it at first, I was super skeptical. But then I talked to Julian Kushner and some of the other top leaders and really realized what these guys were about and how this thing worked, and I had to jump in. Just get the attention off of you and start bringing up your upline, because that's where this is going in the next step. So again, they say, but I need to think about it. You say, I feel you. When I first saw it, I felt the same way. But then I talked to Julian Kushner, or whoever your mentor is, and some of the other top leaders, and I really learned how this thing worked and what these guys are about, and I had to jump in. I want to introduce you to Julian, or your mentor. I want to introduce you to my mentor, and we can get all your questions answered. And that's as simple as it is. You just transition them into the third step. Now, after you pique your prospect's interest, after you share the information with them, comes the three-way call. You're going to want to get them on a three-way call with an upline and yourself to get all their questions answered and to get them started. And you want to get yourself out of the way because you might not know exactly what to say. You want to get your prospect on the phone with someone who has both the experience and the results that they're looking for, that's done this before, because you might not be able to answer all the questions. And your friends don't want to hear it from you. You probably have a different type of relationship with them, and they probably don't really respect you for business. But outside of that, they trust you, and you're going to use that trust because we work as a team. You're basically just going to throw up the alley-oop, and your upline is going to catch it for the dunk, or the close. It's kind of like you went to chemistry class and learned about an oxygen molecule and how all that works, but you've only been in class a day or two, and you're trying to explain all of that stuff to me. And then I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't really understand it. I've got some questions. I don't know if you're correct. And then you come back to me and say, well, if you don't believe me, I'll get the chemist that taught the class on the phone, and he'll explain it to you, and he'll tell you that I'm right. And after you set up the call comes the most important part of the call, which is incidentally your part of the call. Again, just to be clear, after you set the call up, and it comes time to make the call, comes the most important part, and that is your part. But don't worry, it's pretty easy. Let's go back to what we said earlier. The prospect trusts you. This is super important because, like we also said earlier, the prospect doesn't respect you for business, most likely. But because of that trust that they have for you, if you tell them about who your mentor is and what they've done for other people, they'll respect your mentor for business. If you've ever seen the presentation go badly and just be kind of awkward and dragged out, it's most likely because the upline wasn't edified correctly. You want to set your upline for success because ultimately that sets you up for success. You don't want them up there looking like some sleazy salesman that's trying to get something out of your prospect. You want the prospect to look at it like a privilege. You want the prospect to look at it like an opportunity to learn from someone super successful that has what they want, and you want them to feel like that person can help them to get to where they want to be because it's the truth. As the upline, it's our job to help you. It's our job to work with you, but it's your job to be a joy to work with and to help us help you. You want to help us help you. I heard Tony Robbins say that people like people that are like them, and people like people that are like the way they would like to be. And when I think about my friends and mentors and business partners, I really think that's true. You're probably friends because you guys are alike, and your mentor is how you guys would like to be. So it works. So let's go ahead to the actual edification process. Like I said before, you want to build respect for your upline and immediately get out of the way. So how are you going to do that? Well, you're going to tell your prospect who your mentor is and what they've done for others, and you're going to focus on 3 things mainly. Number 1, your mentor is financially successful through this business. Number 2, your mentor has helped a lot of people. And number 3, your mentor knows all the information and can answer all of their questions. So what does that look like? This is how I edify my personal mentor. Let's say I'm calling my friend Austin. I'm going to say, hey Austin, I'm glad I got you on the phone. I have my mentor Julian on the other line. We're super lucky to have a minute of his time. This is the guy that I've been telling you all about. Julian is somebody that I really admire and look up to because he's someone who has everything that I want out of life. He's an absolute legend in our industry. He has articles written about him on a frequent basis. He's making an annual income on a monthly basis and has been since a very young age. And he's built multiple businesses both in and outside of network marketing. Julian's working hand in hand with me on a daily basis to show me how to get where he's gotten in life, the same way that he's mentored people all over the world, especially young people. And, I'm really learning a ton from him. I really think that we can do some great things together with this platform, and I know you had some questions. So, I really wanted to connect you and Julian because Julian knows the company and the industry inside and out. So he can answer all of your questions. And with that being said, I'm not going to take any more time from you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way and let you guys meet. And then boom, mute my line and get out of the way. Then just be really quiet and listen. Make a point to learn how your upline closes and handles objections. So one day when you have a big team, you can close the same way. But all you need to know now to pop your first few ranks is the invite, how to edify, and if you take massive action utilizing this PS3 system you just learned, you can really get out there and work through your list effectively without sacrificing any prospects. Now it's all about how much action you take and if you're utilizing this system with every single prospect. It's important that you never get egotistical and try to close prospects on your own. No matter how good you get, the system's there for a reason and the system works. And it's also important that you don't get lazy or try to cut corners. Every single prospect needs to meet an upline and deserves to meet an upline. So you can show them how much support that they're going to have. And after that, it's just making daily action goals. How many three-way calls are you going to do? How many prospects are you going to expose? On day one, your goal should be that entire fast start list, unless it's not humanly possible, and then just as many people as you can. Your first week, you should go through your entire list with the PS3 system and get every single person on with an upline. After that, you'll have a nice little business. You'll have business partners, I guarantee it. And then if you're part-time, you should be finding and exposing 2 new prospects every day at least, as a part-time. If you want like a clear-cut action goal, here you go. This is it. If you're part-time, you should be exposing 2 new prospects every day. If you're full-time, you should do 5 to 7 exposures a day. And remember, it's not an exposure unless the prospect sees the information and meets an upline. Alright guys, so in closing, I just want to congratulate you on finishing your training on the PS3 system. Now that you've been through the Fast Start training and the PS3 training, you have everything you need to go out there and effectively work through your Fast Start list. I suggest you do it ASAP, like today, tonight. Get through that whole list, because the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. And now it's really just up to you and how much action you take. I mean, are you going to be the guy who watches this and does nothing, or does everything exactly the same, continues doing things exactly how he's been doing and expects things different? Or are you gonna be the guy that says, you know what, this makes sense, now I know what you're doing, this is what these guys did to be successful, and success leaves clues, I'm gonna fully commit and sell out to this thing and change my situation? The decision lies with you. I'm pretty sure I know which one that you want to pick, so get out there and expose your entire list tonight to the opportunity, because the only way that you're gonna get good at this is with practice and with repetition. And before you know it, you can be the guy on these calls presenting. So set some calls up with your mentor tonight and take all out massive action. Peace, guys.